True retention might be the top metric to tracking Anki. Essentially, true retentions measure the percentage of correctly answered questions. If this metric is below 85%, you are forgetting too much, and it might be a good idea to change your cards. However, if this metric is above 95%, your intervals might be too short and you need to adjust them. For our language learners, this is the most useful way to define whether you're making progress or not. After all, you can track your true retention for both the month and the day. This means you can see day after day whether you are retaining more words or phrases in your target language. Have this undeniable truth about your progress is really important to evaluate whether your strategy is working for you. Sometimes we fall into the trap of using the most common strategy for language learning, even though we aren't seeing the results. I've been learning Japanese for the last 20 days and my true retention is around 60 to 65%. It's quite low. Even though I'm feeling that I'm making progress, this shows me that I need to make some changes to my Anki deck. First, copy all the information from your true retention section by opening Anki, clicking on Sets, and scrolling down to copy your true retention data. Pass this information to ChatGPT and ask, "This is my true retention at the moment. What can I do to improve it? Here's my settings." Then go back to Anki, click on the gear next to your deck, and copy all of the information about your cards, passing it into ChatGPT after your question. ChatGPT will explain what you need to change and why. However, remember that AI is just a tool, and we also need to look at ways to improve our true retention outside of Anki. First of all, it's your cards. Cards that are too vague, long, or unnatural can really hurt your retention rate. Make more sentence cards instead of vocab cards because you're getting more context during your reviews. If you're unsure, vocab cards that only show a single word on the front, while sentence cards contain a full phrase. Use the audio in your target language, especially the original audio, and include images to make it more comprehensible. GIFs work better than the images, but they can be hard to find. The second reason that might be destroy your true retention is your immersion. Immersion can be done in various ways. You can use condensed audio, passive immersion, active immersion, etc. The content can vary too. Perhaps you immersion with games, anime, drama, movies, etc. The time you spend immersing yourself also plays a big role. You can immerse for an hour or even 16 hours a day. My point here is that if your cards are based on your immersion, the way you immerse yourself changes the game. So if you adjust your settings but are still below 85%, it might be a good idea to evaluate what you're doing with your immersion. Talk to other Japanese learners and see what they're doing, how much time they spend, what content they use, and how they immerse themselves. Try their approach for a good amount of time, like 15 to 30 days, and see if your true retention improves. However, keep in mind that there's no such a thing as a wrong method. Only methods that works for you and methods that don't. Try things, see for yourself, and stick with what works. Last but not least, be consistent and patient. Results takes time, and I'm sure you're not a robot, so don't have an unrealistic expectation of being fluent by tomorrow. Try a little bit every day because slowly but surely you achieve the results you want. That's why I recommend focusing on improving your monthly true retention, not just your daily retention. Learning Japanese is a long-term goal. Even as a beginner, I know this. Rushing, you only make you anxious and take the fun of the process. By focusing on the monthly retention, you evaluate yourself with a more reasonable time frame. Give you enough time to see if you are on the right track or need to make changes. As I said earlier, my true retention isn't great right now, but day after day I see the metric is slowly improving.